think it should look a little different. If that goes to plan, then I think by next week we can start shocking and testing, but I really don't know what's gonna be. And it's always like this the night before, so I'm just nervous. If it were to actually go to plan, I don't know that I'm fully ready for everything that could happen. There's a lot to consider. There's a lot to consider. I need to keep myself rested. Well, it's officially a failed attempt. First one on my own. I can't say this one was particularly shocking, but it was nice for it to be a silent process at least. I'm gonna have to go back. No luck again today. It was looking at first like there was gonna be some type of third time was not the charm. I tried from a different side. Dead end at all, to be honest. It's just a little fucking impossible. It is hard to see that number keep going up, but I'm trying to be as patient as I can. It's not as and it felt really defeating today, to be honest. But before, during, and after what was gonna happen, just as harsh as it does, but it just bothers me so much. I never should have let intelligence